Welcome everyone to the final show of 2017 for Smacked Up Wrestling Live. That's right, we're doing it live tonight, just a little change. And of course, as always, we have got the greatest heel of the year. We've got Martin.
Woo! That's not fair. Come on, that's a fight between Spacey and Weinstein.
But mate, they're not really heels, they're kind of like arseholes.
Oh, they're heels. They're heels.
I'd put them in the brackets, arseholes. And of course, we have got the reigning Smacked Up Wrestling Champion all the way from Germany. We have Flo.
Good evening. Sadly, no Kirsty.
No Kirsty. Kirsty.
She's been struck with a lurgy.
Yep. So, unfortunately, there's going to be no rant from Kirsty unless you're reading it in the chat. And maybe she'll put rants in the comment section. So we still get
maybe she'll do two next week. Who knows?
Maybe. You might get it.
I expect nothing less from her now.
I'm waiting for the live chats to pop up with Kirsty's rants. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for it.
You should just go to WhatsApp and shout at her, "Get in here, woman!"
Oh no, she'll probably jump in a second, and then that'll be her. She'll be pissed. She'll be pissed that she couldn't talk about anything that happened in Raw and SmackDown. Because where do you start?
I mean,
exactly. It's like
anything that happened on Raw. What exactly happened except for the tag title change? Because
that's actually a good question I wanted to bring up. Because to basically break down, we called this during the pay-per-view. You called this during one of the podcasts as well. That this was just basically going to be the throwaway show because it's Christmas. Basically, that's what happened. We had two things really important happen. One in each brand. Apart from that, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cared. Yep. Nobody cared.
And even at that, those things that did happened because they felt like they had to give something to the people.
Oh, they had to.
Going out their way to see it.
Oh, they had to do something.
Especially now, since it's been confirmed by WWE that Dean is out for 9 months.
Oh, that's a harsh one. So it is.
I mean, because like the question everybody's been bringing up, and I've seen it on Twitter. Was the Shield reunion a failure?
It didn't happen.
Well, that's it. I don't think. How many matches did they have? One
in pay-per-view.
One pay-per-view.
One is a 3-man team, and the others were just Dean and Seth. And that's not the entirety of the Shield.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's. I think what they'll do is just kind of hit the pause button on it.
Yeah.
And then once everybody's back, we'll get whatever the storyline was going to be. This time next year.
I mean, because that was the thing. I mean, you're looking at it, right? The whole thing with Jason Jordan, they're trying their best to fucking push him. Like, crowd love him. I mean, look, we've put him with Seth Rock, and they still don't care. They still don't care.
The biggest benefit, or person who benefits most from Dean's injury, is going to be Jordan, because now they need to double down on that push. Mm-hmm. Instead of like pushing him to the side is what was probably going to happen come Mania time. Now he's going to need to be...
Yeah, because the only reaction he gets is like, boo, you're boring, boo.
Yeah. Which is a shame because he's been phenomenal in the ring and he can hold his own in promos.
Yeah. I know, but the gimmick and all is shit. If you can even call it that.
I mean that's the thing. You look at it, right? Everybody that's complaining about Roman Reigns, it's like, oh, it was the only way to get him cheered. You can look at it like that. Roman has done what Roman's done. He's been consistent. There's no argument towards that either. If you look at people are saying like that was a failure, but if you're going to go with failures as well, I mean, if you look back at the last couple of months, well, look what happened with the illness. Look, Sister Abigail, that was going to be the big fucking thing. That's now fucking gone. That's gone. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
Good.
Totally.
It was a travesty.
Nobody cares anymore.
Better off forgetting about it. Yeah. It's better off being one of these things where in 10 years people go, remember that time Bray Wyatt was a woman for a match? Ho ho ho, welcome to WWE Top 10 on YouTube.
Oh, fuck yeah. It would happen, dude. It would happen. And that's how, like, say, when I was thinking about the show earlier on today, and like, even a title, you're sitting there and you're like, what exactly can you take away from those 2 nights where people, like, don't get me wrong, the Chicago crowd, they'd done what they always do. Do you know what I mean? They made it lively and made it good to be there. Yeah. And it didn't look empty. That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, CM Punk chants all round. It's like, right, how many years is that now? Are they going to let it die? I don't think they will.
Never. I don't think I was going to say WWE really need to sort out their production in some terms, because you had that, like, you had the Matt Hardy Bray bit, and it cut to Sheamus and Cesaro doing a skit in the back. Yeah. You could still hear Hardy chants. Why isn't the camera staying outside capturing this?
Well,
with people going mad for him and then going to that, it's not like they're stuck for time.
It just felt like what we said it was going to be. It was going to be shit. I
don't understand why they're doing. I mean, could you imagine them cutting away from a Daniel Bryan segment as much as they didn't like it? They kept the cameras out there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. How long?
You can't. I mean, it's the dumbest thing, because you've got people going mad for Matt in an organic way, which is something that hasn't happened for a while. Someone getting over properly, and they just can't wait to cut away from it to the next bit.
Oh, they've got bigger plans in place in their heads. It's no.
I just think if somebody's going to be like treated as a big deal by the crowd, you should let other people see them being treated as a big deal to get them over elsewhere.
I mean, because that was one of the problems. Remember the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view? And that was one of the problems I had. Remember they made a quick match with Kirk Hawkins and Heath Slater.
Cut away match.
And it's like you feel sorry for the two guys, because, like, fair enough, the crowd's seen them, but were the crowd focused on them? No, what the fuck? They were focused on the Titantron that's showing what we're all watching, which unfolded to be brilliant. But it's the way they've been doing it. It's not as bad as the TNA fucking bush camera. Do you know what I mean? How they just pop out and over there. It's not as bad as that yet, but it's fucking getting there. It's getting there. And I don't want to see it, because, like you said, Martin, if Matt Hardy, since he's now became Woken, the crowd love it. Vince love it. Everybody's buying into it. We knew it was going to happen. And it coming out in Moonlight Sonata is amazing. Do you know what I mean? It's just fantastic. But then I know we've got to cut to this bit, because we're
running out of time in these 3 years. No. Just dumb producing.
It's like we need to get this done. No time. No, just cut that there. I
mean that was the thing, and it's just shit. I mean, it sounds like, that's the great first 10 minutes of this show, and all we can say. But the last 2 shows this year were shit. There was nothing apart from the tag team titles. Shit.
I mean, Raw was pretty much boring because the matches weren't all that interesting. But I gotta say about SmackDown, the matches were great, but there was not much going on considering storyline or something.
Oh, you would...
aside from Shane and KO and whatnot, and the US title tournament.
I don't think we'll...
And I'm pissed that Ty Dillinger has to drop out for Jinder.
Such an afterthought, isn't he?
It's going to be him and Bobby Roode. It'll be one of they two as the champion.
Unless Ziggler decides, I'm just going to be in this match because
I think see what they're going to do.
Have him show up in the Rumble or something?
No, I think they're going to do the whole CM Punk thing again. Like, say, I'm the true US champion.
Oh, God, no.
I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you.
See, Punk did something else because he still had his own title. So it made sense.
Yeah, he never put the title down.
Exactly.
He never said, I've won this, I don't want it.
It is that stupid they would do it. That's how stupid it is.
The one thing I will say that I do approve of at the moment is that Raw matches are getting decent time.
Yes.
And taking up a decent chunk of the show now.
Yeah,
it's much less
less
wrestling, more shite stories. Now it's closer to half and half.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes all the difference in the world to Raw being watchable.
I mean, because even like Madison Square last night, fuck, they really had a Christmas break at all.
No, they haven't.
No.
They always do an MSG show at Christmas. It's usually
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, but this time, for whatever reason, it was Boxing Day.
Yeah, and I mean, for what I've read about that, apparently it was a really good show. A really good
Always
show.
is in MSG.
But
I actually put effort in.
unfortunately, we can't get to see it because of production value and how much it costs to fucking rig up in the Madison Square Garden. But we just have to settle for what we got Monday night, which was piss poor. So it kind of like sums up the end of this year for WWE. I think it started shite and it ended shite with good flurries roundabout.
I'm just glad we had good matches at least on SmackDown.
It's so
because
uneven.
Raw was bleh. And
Yeah.
205 Live, who cares?
Apart with Brian Kendrick breaking his nose, fuck. Gudgeon, Tammy.
So they had Hideo do the other move. I forgot the name of it now. That other Punk move, the submission move. Forgot the name of it.
Fuck, I forgot the name of it as well now.
Yeah, no idea right now.
Anyway, he did that instead of the go to sleep. I wonder if they'll let him keep doing the go to sleep.
It's quite ironic he never done the go to sleep in Chicago, isn't it? They knew about it happened. Even though he done the go to sleep first. It's fucking...
Well, he did it on Monday, so
Right.
I think that's as good as you're getting. But he didn't do it at 205 Live because it had hurt Thingy, so instead he pulls out the CM Punk submission for the cheap heat.
That's annoying. I'm trying to remember that as well. The name of that move.
He's regressed so much from being Kenta and Noah.
Yeah.
And having all the potential in the world. And okay, he had those injuries, putting them off, and then Nakamura kind of took his spot, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I feel like he's lost his way.
Yeah. I remember, Martin, you said this no long ago. When his contract's up, he's away. He's back over in Japan.
I think it's the best move for him to go back to. Well, I was going to say Noah, but New Japan own Noah now, so I don't know if they're going to take him back.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be in 205 Live.
I'm pretty sure no one does.
I mean, people...
Except for the ones that are there since the beginning.
They don't want to be there either.
Don't have any way out.
That's the thing, because I was trying to see, reading a lot of things and try to get things, and it's fuck, there's absolutely nothing. It's just some people were saying Finn Balor, maybe he's best go to 205, and it's no,
please no.
But giving him a match against Kurt Hawkins. Right, people were complaining about that, but then did they know do that with Braun as well?
There's two things here, though. First of all, the only way 205 is going to get better is with better talent that the crowd actually like. And someone like Finn, with my second point, may look in that as a challenge to prove themselves and prove their worth. I mean, he keeps going on about how he's still over. Well, prove it. Take a division that's a mess and make it relevant for the first time.
Yeah.
It's always been hovering on that sort of line of almost being worth a damn.
Yeah.
And every time something good gets going, it stops or it gets fucked up somehow.
Well, look, there's Austin Aries and obviously fucking... I forgot his name.
Exactly.
Neville? Aye, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
they done something great with that. People were enjoying it. We enjoyed it. And then it just went all to shit.
And nobody says once you go down there, you're stuck there for good. You know?
Aye.
Because I think before the whole thing with Neville, I think there was a chance he was going back to the main roster.
I'd love to have seen him back in the main
Challenge.
roster.
He was supposed to go to
title
SmackDown,
again.
wasn't he?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And since he couldn't officially challenge for the Cruiserweight belt again, that would have done him fine and he could have made a name for himself there. A bit like what Rey Mysterio did in the 2000s.
Yep.
He started off at Cruiserweight, he broke out. Okay, it took his best mate dying to get him anywhere worth a damn, but
I mean,
it's there.
I mean,
the bar's been set.
I mean, that's the thing, but see, actually, I think you agree with this one, Martin. When you go back and look at WCW, they handled it right with the Cruiserweight. They never done what WWE's doing. It's
And it was a different thing with WCW because you had the Cruiserweights that people actually tuned in for.
Yeah,
Never going to get to the main event because of how
No,
the politics well.
Light heavyweight champion, and fucking hell, man, it was just...
And even they weren't even split off into something like, oh, you are only there and nowhere else, not on to like help someone out or something like this. But no interaction with the other wrestlers. Great. No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had Jericho go from that to the TV belt to back to that to, doing that sort of one-sided feud to Goldberg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was still hilarious to this day. I think the only person who could make it relevant right now is Finn.
Yeah.
But what will happen is if he does go down there, everybody's going to jump the gun and talk about how it's a demotion, how nobody believes in them, and blah blah blah.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. I mean,
creative will get shut down by the fans.
Even though all they need to do is wait and see where it goes.
I mean, because the one thing I took for like talking about over and getting pushed in that, and see that way you're sitting there and you're like, the thing's so obvious in front of you, but you don't do that. Let's talk about the tag ones. How over Rusev is. The Rusev Day is the main fucking thing.
I was about to bring that up when you were talking about getting over.
Yep.
Rusev Day!
Come at a time till they make him job out constantly because he got over with a ridiculous thing.
Because I looked at... I follow him on Instagram. Him and Lana.
Aye.
Their two Instagrams were the funniest thing on Christmas Day. It was so funny.
It's Rusev Day.
The guy is fucking hilarious. And the fact the crowd are so behind Rusev Day. But no, let's put in Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin where the crowds, they cheered, but they don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they only...
Sorry, when you go
they only cheered Chad and Shelton because of their good wrestling, because the last match for the number one contender with the others was another great tag team match.
Yeah.
But since they don't cut, or creative is not letting them cut any good promos or something, like the heel Usos are doing right now, because before they were face and their promos were, who cares, you're boring. Now they have the chance, and they're over as hell. One of the best tag teams in WWE right now, and most interesting. And with Shelton, it's they're good wrestlers, but what else?
I mean, that's it. I mean, there was just so many things. Do you know what I mean? It's like, thank you, WWE. Thank you. You're almost as bad as Tesco ruining everybody's Christmas.
Because
topical.
Martin knows what I'm talking about. So I had a wee idea in my head, right? And I'm really missing Kirsty for this, right? I really do miss Kirsty for this. Right, and I really do miss this, because it was like, well, it's the end of the year, right? And we've watched good matches, we've seen shit matches, we've seen good superstars, we've seen bad superstars, right? And I thought, fuck it, no, I'm going to spring this on us all. And I've needed to had a chance to think, right? And this is where Kirsty should have been here, but unfortunately, people, we maybe can only go a certain time frame, because if it was Kirsty, we would still be recording or doing this to tomorrow. So, so guys, how about this, right? We do a top wrestler, top match, worst match, and but this is any company, anything you have seen.
Is WWE even in there then? Because
for me it is. For me,
you, but Martin and I would pretty much choose a match from New Japan.
Yeah, more or less. Well, almost.
Well, what I'll do is I'll go first, right? So it gives you just time to think, right? And
right.
Okay, and it's like I've sat and I've thought about some of my ones and then why I'd pick them, right? So superstar of the year for me, mine's is all going to be WWE because that's all I watch. Without question, is AJ Styles. I think he's carried that company.
Nobody could argue with that.
No. Yeah.
He's carried the company with Roman Reigns, and it saddens me to say that, but he has. They two have helped each other on each brand, push that company. People want to tune in for the two guys, but AJ Styles outshines them just because the wrestling matches are fantastic. Beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. Never a bad match. My match of the year was a hard one. Because originally I was going for AJ Styles versus John Cena at Royal Rumble. That was my original pick, right? But I changed it, and it was more based on the shock and awe of it, like that when you're watching it and how you got caught up in the story. And my match of the year is Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, the ambulance match at Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I was about to say, which one?
Yep. That was my match of the year, purely because like when we were watching it, we all got caught in it. It's like, holy fuck! You know what I mean? It was brilliant. Worst match of the year, there was two. It was either going to be Alexa Bliss versus Bayley with the kendo stick. Or which just took it because it added insult at the end. Punjabi prison match.
Yeah.
That got it for added insult at the end. And this, I don't want to say the worst superstar years because I think it's kind of like one of the worst words to use. But what do you think? What would be the best term to use? Just...
What, for shittest superstar?
Aye, but I don't want to use a negative term to say shittest.
Well, the thing is, though, if they are the shittest, they deserve to be called the shittest.
Right, okay, right, we'll go with the shittest.
Aye. Who's the shitter?
I'm going Bray Wyatt. Because pure...
Wouldn't he be the best jobber of the year?
Well, that's why I'm putting him there.
The jobber of every year.
That's why I'm putting him there, because... Let's think about it. He got his championship, then he had his WrestleMania moment, which was fucking god awful. Randy didn't help. Randy, by the way, was close in this bracket. But then if you go to the House of Horror matches, and then just everything else after it, the Sister Abigail moment was just fucking god awful. And then it's like...
Well, there's an idea, the worst moment of the year. And personally, just because I've came up with that,
on you go.
I have to say... Randy Orton's laggy sperm.
Production value at its best.
It was just terrible.
I mean,
all of it.
I think
Randy Orton, the sperm.
Laggy sperm.
In fact, let's put that bracket in worst moment of the year, right? Worst moment of the year. Oh fuck. That's a tough one for me. Worst moment of the year.
If I think of WWE, it's probably Jinder winning the title for the first time.
Aye, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. But aside from that...
I wouldn't say winning the title the first time. For me, I think it was the clean pin he got over Nakamura. Was worse.
That also, but even winning the title was worse.
Yeah, okay. So there's my ones. It's AJ Styles, Braun and Roman ambulance match, Punjabi, and mine was the fucking Jinder versus Nakamura. Right, Martin, on you go. The floor is yours.
I have to say, when it comes to like, and this is going to be a little bit biased towards the East because at least it entertained me. When it comes to Superstar of the Year, I honestly think Okada's had the greatest year of any wrestler ever. Because he's not had a bad match. He started the year off with the 6-star showcase with Omega.
Yep.
Who is a close second, by the way, just because I fucking love him. Those two have magic together, and I'm looking forward to more of it at some point, because from the looks of things, Omega's not going anywhere.
No.
He's got too much creative freedom in New Japan. Match of the year's a bit different for me because I seen what's became my favourite show I've seen live in Ring of Honor Global Wars in Edinburgh. And the trios tag match between Dalton Castle and the boys against the Hung Bucks was just a joy to watch.
Yeah, because you and Kirsty raved about that.
It blew me away, just the shit they were doing. I mean, they could have just phoned it in. It was the last night of like a 3-night tour across the UK. They could have just shown up, done their spots and buggered off, but they brought out everything. I mean, watching a Meltzer driver with the actual moonsault bit being done by Adam Page, who's like 6'5", off the ring apron to the floor, was just insane.
Yeah.
And they stole the show on a night that was pretty damn fun, given that you New Japan guys there.
Unless you were Kirsty Martin, who got lost in Falkirk.
Of course, aye. Of course. But even at that, she'd have said it was worth it.
Yep.
What a match. What a hell of a match.
Yep.
What's the other thing? Sorry, I forgot.
Then it'd be, right, so you've done your Superstar of the Year, your Match of the Year. So let's go with, what was it, the worst match of the year?
Spoiled for choice, sadly. In a year that's been utterly bizarre for wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. It's just, like, this is probably going to be a WWE match because, let's be honest.
It'd be easy. It'd be easy.
Yeah.
And there's just been so many matches that I've just
sat
in my hands or made me go to bed.
This is how I waited, and I was like, no, I'm going to try and catch us off guard in this one, because soon you start thinking back, it's like, oh no, it might have been this one. No, hold on a sec, this one was worse.
I mean, the Punjabi prison was bollocks, but so was any gender title match, with the exception of that one match on Smackdown with AJ.
I mean, the Punjabi prison match was the match where every one of us was sitting in front of the
it was mud
screen and like,
there's been other shit matches. Like, anything with Randy Orton this year, with him phoning it in like he has just killed me inside. That really has.
That I could agree with you, because if I remember, even like some of the live ones we've done, or even if we've done like the post match, like the post pay-per-view stuff, Randy seems to come up quite a lot. And
he's
the bad
by
reason.
far my worst of the year, because if he put effort in,
he's pretty much the most boring.
But the fact that he phones it in and just does not give a fuck, and it's just goes through the motions and gets out, and absolutely nothing remarkable happens in his matches.
Yeah, so I'm the Viper and I'm boring.
Do you know what? You could pick any of him versus Jinder from our worst match of the year. Any of them. Because they're all the same. Sucked.
They are all the same.
In fact, specifically the second one, the one before the Punjabi prison that they had, the pay-per-view before that, stands out to me for being egregiously boring.
Yeah.
Was that the one where the legends were at the side of the ring?
Aye.
I know what you're talking about.
That was
fucking awful.
That should be it.
That was
in a
awful.
series of terrible matches, that was the worst.
Yep. I mean, you think?
So there you go.
You think when people were doing like a free pay-per-view story, you usually get 2 in 1.
Aye,
no full free. No the free.
And of course, there to just polish off that turd with the Great Khali appearing.
But that's how that one got put there for me, is the worst.
That's fair.
At the end, it was just like, what the fuck is this now? We stayed up to 4 in the morning, 5 for Flo, and we are watching the Great Khali stumble down to the ring.
Pretend he's the world champion. Going.
It was like, end this torture already.
That's still a slap in the face to...
absolutely is.
Do you know what I mean? Cunt isn't even signed to the fucking company. Oh, look, I'm the champion. So, Flo, what's yours?
Just before Flo.
What?
According to Google Analytics, interest in WWE in India started going downhill at SummerSlam and took a nosedive during Jinder's reign and has not recovered. It's now at its lowest point ever.
It says the experiment.
The experiment.
The experiment failed.
Congratulations, Vince. You fucked up.
Yep.
Not only did it fail, it blew up in everybody's face and left a crater that can never be filled in.
Unless it's for steroids.
No.
It exploded in a worse kind of way.
Awful.
So, Flo...
Randy Orton's laggy sperm's just going through it now.
Oh, mate. You notice they fixed that, I know, after he made the comment?
Oh, God.
Well, they had to, didn't they?
Oh, so fucking funny.
Too little, too late. Right, Flo's go.
On you go, Flo.
I have to split this because there's so many things on New Japan and WWE that I have to point out. So starting with New Japan, best wrestler of the year for me is Hiromu Takahashi.
Good shout.
I love him so much.
The time bombs, fantastic.
Time bomb, great matches with all kinds of wrestlers this year, especially the one I remember the most with Jay Lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just love his gimmick.
Oh, definitely. He's been brilliant. Again, pleasure to seeing him back in the summer. And of course, Daryl.
Yes, that's why I said the gimmick.
His Daryl, who's now happily married with kittens.
See, I've got to see this gimmick.
Oh, his money. Yeah. Daryl's his little stuffed toy, who got ripped apart by Fally, then nursed back to health by Nurse Barbies, plural, and then married a hawk cat girl, and they had kittens just a couple of weeks back. It's insane. I love it.
Damn furries.
Yeah, pretty
much.
They
are furry, they are actually stuffed animals.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So I've got his pal on Facebook.
Oh my god.
I've got Daryl on Facebook.
Why does that not surprise me?
Daryl's class.
Why does it not surprise me?
I was just jealous you're no friends with Daryl.
True.
So, and my well, I was about to say favorite, but best wrestler in WWE, I think it's AJ Styles for me too.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's across the board basically with him. He's consistent.
And then favorite match in New Japan was Naito versus Kenny Omega.
Good choice.
Such a great match, even though it had a major botch on a table spot.
Thank God he never got injured on that.
Oh yeah, it
was so close.
Way worse.
Oh.
But besides that, it was an amazing match between the two. And I'm looking forward to Naito versus Okada.
Is that Wrestle Kingdom 12?
Yeah.
Right, next week.
The main event.
I might watch it.
So, WWE, it's tough because it is one match from NXT, but I'm...
sorry, I didn't realise we were splitting that stuff because I know what my favourite one from WWE was this year. But anyway, on you go.
I think I can guess as well, Martin.
I'm torn between the UK title match between Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
A classic.
It was just this triple match story is just
I know they are the best at what they do. They really are.
Pete's finger wrestling and Tyler's high flying spots. Wow, just wow. And the other match is Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream.
Fuck aye. That's the one.
It's one of the two, but I can't decide, so it's gonna be both.
No, that's fair. That's fine. That's fair because
two belters.
You can't. There's no way you can, in a way, go that match was better. It's hard because there's going to be one thing that will count out the other, vice versa. So it's like, fuck it, have both. You know what I mean? Because it's very. Let's put it this way. It's very rare that you can have two matches like that in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Very rare.
So moving on to worst wrestler and worst match, because that's pretty much for me Punjabi prison match and Jinder Mahal. Because he botches everything, even his finisher a couple of times now. Almost injures Finn Balor. And it is a shite bag like Will. Yes.
See, I mean, so did all three of us? No, I went Bray. That's right. I went Bray. I went Bray for the year.
That's fine.
All three of us have picked their matches, though.
The Punjabi was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
One of the worst things I've seen in all my life.
The reason that I picked the middle match was because at least the day after the Punjabi thing, we had stuff we could talk about.
True.
Because we could go, holy crap, they brought out that stupid Frankenstein's... Sorry, Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein.
Trademark it quick.
And they bring him out, and at least we can moan about it, but the other one was so unremarkable and so goddamn boring.
I can't remember it. I remember the legends being there. Apart from that, I can't remember the match.
We suffered through it.
Can't remember the match.
It was awful. That's why. There was just nothing to it. And that, to me, if a match can get a response from you one way or the other, it's had an effect. When you've got a match that lame, that plain, that uneventful main event in your show, that's a bigger problem to me. That's
how even like yous have heard all year how much I've fucking bashed Naomi. That's how Naomi wasn't even in it, because at least, like you said, Martin, you had something to fucking moan about. With Bray and my term, it was just like, fuck, they've done it again.
And at least Naomi is a better wrestler than Jinder.
Easy now. Easy now. I'd say the same bracket for both. Same bracket for both. Been there.
Well, they're definitely within touching distance.
She botches less.
I'd say for the amount of time they've been wrestling, they're in the same bracket. It's like he's haven't improved.
No, not at all.
The yous have came out a different, like, you've bulk up, but yous haven't improved. Which is worse. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you could bulk up and then be that better. Like Austin, prime example, bulked up when he was the Stone Cold character. Fair enough, with the neck injury, he couldn't do what he used to do when he was when he did wrestle. Fucking phone going off. And it's not recorded. This is live, and it's my mum. Obviously, and how when he had the neck injury, then he changed into a brawler. And the only person I've seen can be a brawler and still a technician has always been Triple H.
Yeah.
So, but with they two, it was just like, what he's gone for. I don't get it. I can't see what he's trying. But Bray was just consistently like, here's another Bray match. You know the outcome.
Yep. Here's a pay-per-view where Bray Wyatt is in a match. Oh, he's losing. Okay.
Yep. Martin, you were going to say right now because of the split matches. What was your other match going to be?
Oh, of course it was Velveteen and Aleister Black. Simple story, well told, with a belter of a match. It's no nonsense. It's how WWE storytelling should be, because when they try and get more complicated, it just gets into a mess because nobody can keep track of shit. Need I remind you of Alexa and Nia, and how Nia battered her one week and then they just forgot about it.
Yeah, yep. It wasn't back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas in this, say my name. I'm not saying your name. Your name's fucking stupid. But gonna say my name? No. Fight me. And when I beat you, you'll say my name. All right then. But you're not gonna beat me, son. And I'll not say your name. And then they have a big fight.
And then he
says his name out of respect, which he earned.
And not only his name, an entire speech. And we were sitting there.
It was fucking good, man. I think see if we'd done that live. I can't remember what it was. I think it was that when I was mega ill. I'm trying to remember.
I think so.
I think see if we'd done it live, I can imagine probably, because I watched it well after. And it was a great match. No faults. And it's one of the ones I think, see if I'd done it live and how you're caught in that moment. And it's, do you know what I mean?
Why?
It's like that. I mean, because even like worst segment, I'm thinking of worst segments, and remember, I think this might be across the board. I think it might be, but again, this is backstage fucking shit. So this is blamed the name, no the performers, but it's going to be fucking Bailey and Alexa. This is your life. That was fucking horrendous.
Was painful.
That's horrendous.
I can't actually think of a worse talkie segment than that this year.
The one that I was thinking of, but it was saved just, was the Miz and that was it a basketball player and his family.
Oh God,
Yeah.
no! That segment where they were doing what they wanted.
But the Miz tried to keep it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, the Miz tried his damnedest to keep it like on the straight and narrow, and then that guy's son used the N word instead.
Yep.
And they just had to shut it down quick smart.
So,
awful.
Bailey and Alexa, by far, that was the worst segment of the year.
Aye.
This fucking look, they're all toys. What?
Best segment? Oh, there's been a few though.
Yeah.
I mean, Jericho and Omega.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Jericho.
That was the surprise of the year.
Jericho and Omega segment when Omega attacks him. That fucking got me. Do you know what I mean? That was
See
like,
that
wow.
reveal when he was shouting out for a challenger and the video comes on playing that Fozzy song. That is my moment of the whole year because nobody could have predicted that. I mean, before it was happening, the months before it, we were saying probably have something at Jericho's cruise, and it's a shame because we'd all like to see it.
Yeah, you're not going to get to watch
It
it.
made sense because they're just pissed about on Twitter. They've been talking to each other. It would, something that people want to see would be a guaranteed sellout. But instead, we get that video, and wrestling just fucking explodes.
I mean,
it was an insane weekend.
I mean that entire bit for like oh my god moment. That just the whole Jericho Omega thing. As much as I'm not a follower of New Japan, but that the bit for me was when Jericho's doing that bit, talking to the press and boom, they attack happens. That caught me because you guys know that like that doesn't really happen in New Japan.
That doesn't happen in New Japan at all. They do these press conferences in kayfabe and take them seriously like any other sporting event. This doesn't happen. People don't bleed in New Japan.
Yeah,
either.
It's completely new.
But the craziest thing is, see a New Japan Wrestle Kingdom main event.
Yes.
It goes for an hour. So this will not be an exception. Jericho and Omega have got a point to prove that they might not be the official main event, but they're going there to steal that show and do something that's never been seen, at least in Japan before. And it's probably going to go for an hour. And it's going to fly by like every other New Japan main and semi-main event.
Well, to brighten up our days, we've been joined by Kirsty in the chat. Because somebody said Bullet Club. But Kirsty had...
Literally nobody said Bullet Club.
But
nobody till you mentioned it right now.
Exactly, Kirsty. You're just thinking
no name drops here, Kirsty. Sorry.
But... because Kirsty's here, and obviously for people watching after it, Kirsty, in the chat, I want you to put in your Superstar of the Year, I want you to put in the Match of the Year, I want you to put in your Worst Match of the Year, and your, what was the worst? The
Shithawk of the Year.
Shittest Superstar of the Year, and it can be any brand, and you can have 2 matches if you can't choose, so we'll give you time to type them in, because we want to see what you have, so we can put it in the show, because it wouldn't be the same without having you talk about it for about 2.5 hours, and unfortunately you're not here unless you decide to jump in, and then it's like, alright, okay, we're here for the next 2.5 hours, guys. While she struggles to breathe.
Ooh.
Oh, she'll get me back, don't worry. But no, it's been, I think, WWE side has been a mixed bag. I think you will agree with each other, and if Kirsty was here as well, that New Japan is consistent. That's been consistent. Same with Ring of Honor, consistent.
New Japan's been consistent for about 5 years now.
Funnily enough, we never spoke about the Owl, because nobody knows what the fuck is happening. Apart from the fact it's in Canada now.
We can have their own show next week then.
But apart
once we find out what shite's going on with them.
I mean, because if you think, I think...
In fact, here's something that'll blow your mind. See the new people in charge of TNA/Anthem/Fuck That Owl/Global Force Keys Your Gold.
Yes.
It's actually the colour commentator from New Japan. And Scott D'Amore as well. And they happen to be very good pals with the Bullet Club guys. So what the most likely appearance other than Ring of Honor that Kenny Omega will do in the States and Canada next year is going to be TNA. which is just horrible.
It's horrible.
I was about to say awkward silence.
Yeah.
Well, Kirsty,
That's it.
I've seen in the chat just now, Kirsty's putting her stuff in. We'll still give her more time for we bring it all to yous. I mean, even at that, like, see, TNA's been a complete laughingstock this year. Let's be honest. Like, how many superstars have they lost? How many fucking fucked up stories?
Well, to be fair to them, the plan that they have hasn't started yet because it's going to be next year. They're really kicking off.
Yep.
They're going to have like a sort of core of like 7 or 8 guys, and then build around it, which is probably the smartest thing they could do. So although we don't really know who they are, with them working out things with New Japan and therefore Ring of Honor and everybody associated with it, probably going to see some really good names there next year, assuming things go as a sensible person would book them and not, you know, an insane TNA person. But the fact that the guy's now in charge, one of them's not been there before, one of them has never run things, he's just been an agent for matches.
Yeah.
And TNA's problem was never match quality.
No.
Let's be honest.
There's always backstage politics.
Aye. So
Backstage and booking.
Look, it's no good to anybody, them sucking. So here's hoping they can pull something out. They've got rid of the Global Force stink of alcohol coming from Jeff and his taco chucking. So
I was waiting for like gold segment.
Of course. Well, that's what was inside the tacos. He was that drunk.
Just gold bars getting flung out. You know what I mean?
And wrapped in taco bread. So I want them to do well. More opportunities to see people like Omega and the Bucks and all that, and on TV is never a bad thing. The more places that there are, the more people can work, the better the talent gets, the more varied matches we can see. So let's see what happens.
Here's one, because we're just waiting for Kirsty's final question, which was the worst match of the final answer. Sorry, worst match of the year. Here's one, right, for the two of yous. Most disappointed in one of the companies of the year.
Most disappointing thing?
Yeah, like you're like, fuck, he's went that way. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Mine's has to be ICW. It was quite easy.
Well, they could win all of that.
Pretty
much.
ICW for me this year, from compared to last year, well, like nothing could stop them.
Well, there you go. Shittest, or no, not a shittest. Most horrible booking stunt would be ICW with Bram. Up women, and then playing that up. Nobody else even comes close.
No, I agree. Totally agree.
Yep.
I mean, because it's like they shot themselves in the foot with that one. They can thing me on all they want with having the back of WWE, but it's see that way. Like Martin, you and Kirsty could basically agree in this one, because I've not watched them from the humble beginnings, but used to have, and it's like the way they've came, like very small and like being like, oh, let's do this and that, and then it's just like, soon as they get that money, do you know what I mean?
Aye. Exactly. But we're still edgy, us honest. Aye, so you are.
So Kirsty has now gave her answers, so let's go. Right, okay, I'll read them out for us. Kirsty's Wrestler of the Year is Okada.
Good choice.
Kirsty's Match of the Year is Hardy's versus the Bucks.
Okay.
That's also a good choice.
Shitehawk of the Year is going in the same direction this panel has went. Is also, of course, Jinder Mahal. Worst Match of the Year, Sexy Star and all her shenanigans.
Sexy Star shooting on the one lassie who didn't shooting her.
And she also has Bram and Alberto are the worst.
You are correct.
It's been a funny year in wrestling. We've had sex tapes, we've had this, we've had that.
It's insane.
It's been
insane.
And
really weird.
And the worst is still to come in 2018. I see that way. I think leading up now, we're going to hit Mania season. I'm dreading it. See that way, you always get the dread. And it's like last year, you're looking at things like they got the full roster back. and you're like, oh, these matches can be good, but again, they fucked it up. And it's that way after the Rumble. I'm dreading it. I'm absolutely dreading the first half of 2018. WWE side, especially for me, because that's me. But you guys have got, like, straight away, Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes.
Yep.
So
the show of the year, always the first show of the year. Certainly seems like that anyway.
Like I said, I'm gonna give the match a go. I want to see Jericho versus Kenny Omega because it just looks, it grabbed your attention. That was it. It's like the whole Bray and Roman segment. What? Yeah. So you've got
Kirsty has a special mention. This is your life segment, and James is worth winning the money, women's money.
I still think they should have went ahead to that James Ellsworth cross-dresser thing for Mania.
But there's the thing, look at the things we're all talking about, right? Like, there's a match we could easily probably put in as one of the worst matches. But that fucking Punjabi prison match still just fucking destroys it.
Yep.
And funnily enough, was it not the same pay-per-view? No, that was Battleground.
Yeah.
That was Battleground.
Both of them just melt into each other for me.
Oh, it does. It just really does. It does. But is there anything else we've got to cover? I think this week, because it's the New Year week, Christmas week is always the quietest in wrestling. We won't really have anything picking back up until, say, 2 weeks. Especially on the other side of the world with Wrestle Kingdom, which is going to be massive. There's fuck all to be excited about for the next 2 weeks.
Well, we were planning on doing a show on the Thursday night, because Thursday next week, because that is, of course, Wrestle Kingdom. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a lot to talk about falling out of that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Because honestly, I really don't see much happening in Raw or Smackdown next week.
I totally agree, and I think, because this is one thing I know you wanted to do last year, and having somebody that says pure WWE, it was like, fuck. But I think like over the year where everything's been expanded with Kirsty and Flo, I think it's been great to have, like, let's have all this wrestle content now on the channel, and it's like there's multiple things there, and it's brilliant. But no, that'll be good. That'll be good. Will that be a live or record the show?
Don't know. See what Flo can manage.
You bet.
Why me?
because I won't watch it.
And he'll no ball in his ass.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Kirsty, you've got a point there. Larry Lesnar is on next week, but do you care?
No.
It's just going to be, I'm going to face Braun and Kane, and that's it.
Let's do this. Why does everything I say sound like a question?
You fucked that up, I know. It's fucking terrible. Terrible. But...
Yes!
But that's
what I want on Raw. I want a laugh off between Larry Lesnar and Matt Hardy.
Oh.
Because then you'll have Matt Hardy going, whoa!
It's just that.
It's just going to be a laughing contest who can go higher.
I mean, see, just before we go, then there's been a Larry Lesnar. Now the person that does the video, the RKO finds, and they've done the one for Rampage, and then when The Rock opens his mouth and it's fucking Brock Lesnar screaming. Oh my fucking god, that is amazing.
He was like absent for a few months when I was forgetting about his channel existed, and then you posted a link on Facebook, and I was like, there's
funny.
something.
So funny. But that being said, people, thank you for watching the final show of 2017 of Smackdown Wrestling Live. Of course, we are back in the new year. We'll have more indie wrestling. We'll have more shitty WWE pay-per-views and, and reactions to them, because Vince will not change. So I am fucked. I am fucked. So please join us back next year. Well, of course, like I said, we'll have all these shows. Of course, we'll still have Kirsty's Wrestle Crate opening. You can follow us on Twitter. You can see all the names there. Also, you can follow us at SU Wrestle. That is also the other Twitter handle. And you can follow us on Facebook at Smacked Up Wrestling Live. Everything is in the description box below. Please check us out. Also, hit that little bell so you get all the notifications when we go live. Hit the subscribe button. You want to do it, people, because if you're sexy, you want to do it. Especially for us. Especially for us. And the marketing gimmick we're going to start bringing out soon. So, but that's for a private conversation. Martin knows what it is. He's got the face ready for it. So, thank you guys. Have a happy new year, and we will catch you next week. I've been Will.
And I have to go next, apparently.
Yeah, because Kirsty's not here. We're waiting for Kirsty. Kirsty, where are you? Kirsty!
Wait, we could wait on the chat, but no. No,
we won't wait in the chat. No, we're waiting on the chat. See if Kirsty will click on. It's like...
Why?
You've embarrassed them, Kirsty. We all knew she would do something in the last show, didn't we? She's not even here and she's done it. There she's done it in the chat. I've been Kirsty.
That's your bit, Flo.
I've done it already.
And I've been Randy Orton's laggy sperm.
And let's think of that laggy sperm until the new year.
As of now, I can only think of Martin as Randy's son.
No, I'm just thinking Martin's just squirming about like a bit of sperm now.
There we go. That's a mental image.
That was a mental image.
Making this noise.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.